didn't believe that we evolved from monkeys until I saw Wanderlei.
Wanna know.
One of the greatest rivalry in MMA is the rivalry between Rampage Jackson and Wanderlei Silva. According to Rampage, their rivalry started since their very first encounter.
The guy was so vicious. He just walked around mad the whole time. You know, all the fighters in Japan were scared of him. That's why he didn't like me, because I was never afraid of him. The first time I had a run-in with Wanderlei, we were all staying at the same hotel, and I'm walking back from press, and I get in on the elevator with my cornermen, and the elevator opens up and it's Wanderlei in there with two of his cornermen. And I don't notice, I just walk on the elevator and I turn around and my two cornermen took off. No. So I'm in the elevator by myself with Wanderlei. And he looked at me like I was crazy because I didn't take off with them. Like he seemed like he was mad that I was breathing his same air in the elevator. But I was cool, but he never liked me.
After all that, it was only right for Rampage to call Silva out, which he did at Pride 25.
I want you, bro. It'll be me and you.
Okay, it's on. It's on, folks. Oh, let's face facts, folks. Let's face it. Wanderlei Silva has trashed everybody's spots since the beginning of the fight. Now look, they're still yelling at each other. Wanderlei saying, come on.
The fight was set, and the two couldn't wait to put hands on each other.
You son of a bitch. You look like Wanderlei. By the way, speaking of Wanderlei, punk, motherfucker, you should never have touched me. You f***ing mother, look like Congo, motherfucker. Me, Amy, good gorilla, motherfucker. I'm gonna slam you on your motherfucking head so hard, bitch. Fucking macaco. Eu sou espada. Força de leite, cruzeta. Yeah, nigga, I speak Portuguese. I'm gonna f*** you up, boy. Should never touch me, man. This is my motherfucking belt. I'm the champion. I'm number one, motherfucker. This is Rampage. Have you ever had your head whooped by a black man before? It hurts.
The first fight was probably the worst loss of Rampage's career, but according to him, it was karma.
The first time I got my taste of karma is, I think, the first time I fought Wanderlei. I made a joke. You know, I like to joke around and stuff, right? So I did an interview in Japan, and I told a joke that was really bad. You know, I used to be really religious, and I told like a joke that was kind of religious. That I said something like, you know, I used to believe that, you know, we didn't evolve from monkeys until I met Wanderlei. Then I was like,
say what? Sorry, I didn't understand.
You know, I really hate losing. I know everybody does, but you know, especially when you know you can beat that person. You know, the first time I fought him, you know, I was like, man, I got to fight two of the best people in the world. I had to fight Chuck Liddell, then I had to fight, you know, Wanderlei, and it was like the hardest thing in my life I was ever going to do. And I had a perfect game plan, was to beat the hell out of Chuck Liddell, then go and beat Wanderlei by decision, ground and pound. And I felt like I was doing that in pride, and you know, and I thought it got taken away from me when they stood us up, and that really messed me up mentally. You know, I'm a soldier. I kept entering, and he knocked me the hell out.
The second fight finished almost the same way.
You know, when Wanderlei knocked me out, that was my first time ever getting knocked out. And I didn't even go all the way unconscious. I remember hanging on the ropes, you remember that? Mm-hmm. And I remember thinking like, damn, I just got knocked the fuck out. And I could remember everything. I was dangling on the ropes, and I remember like blood dropping. The second time we fought, Wanderlei knocked me out the second time we fought. And that was the
right?
Yeah, that was
with knees.
No, you know what it was? It was a knee, then he hit me with the right hand, and I was hanging on the ropes. Like I was like, damn, I just got knocked the fuck out. When I fought Wanderlei the first two times, I was with this team called Team Oyama. It was a great team. We had a great coach and everything, but I didn't really have good sparring partners. The guys I was sparring, like, they were mostly jiu-jitsu guys, and they were smaller than me.
Years later, Rampage got his revenge by also knocking out Silva twice.
One of the main reasons why Wanderlei got his ass beat so bad that time in the UFC is after the weigh-ins, Dana wanted us to go and have this fighter meeting. Wanderlei comes up to me while I'm fucking pissed off. I know you remember my knee. He started.
He said that to you backstage?
Yeah, backstage.
Oh, I'm surprised y'all didn't scrap right there.
And he was like, I know you remember hanging on the ropes. I was like, oh, this man, I might lose my foot in his ass.
And then by the time I fought him in the UFC, I was already with a different team. And I had this one kid, Paul Kelly. He used to fight in the UFC a long time ago. Yeah, the smaller guy. And he helped me train for Wanderlei, and he fights a lot like Wanderlei. And he mimicked Wanderlei perfect. And I was like, oh, there's no way Wanderlei's getting close to me.
Talking smack, talking about, Wanderlei's in Rampage's head. He beat Rampage twice, you know. They don't know what type of person I am. I'm from the streets, you know. I don't get scared because some other guy beat me, you know what I'm saying? He didn't kill me. I'm still here. You know, I'm ready to fight him a couple more times.
The last time they fought was actually the last fight of Wanderlei Silva, in which Rampage got the knockout victory, which makes the ending of his career very ironic.